People from an older generation always say, you people, this younger generation, they're reading things on the internet, they're following these fads, they're doing all these diets. It was not a diet for me, it was more than that. My name is Ritika Ramesh. I live in Mumbai. I am a content creator and I'm also a mother of two. When people found out in my family that I was pregnant, a lot of people asked me, what about calcium? What about protein? How are you going to have a pregnancy without any dairy products in it? Before I even started on this pregnancy journey, I had started reading up and contacting people who were pregnant to find out if they had any issues on a plant-based diet. In India, the dietary system that is followed for someone who's pregnant, the advice not only comes from doctors, but it also comes from women in their families who have had 1 or 2 or 3 pregnancies. So for somebody who's pregnant, they're getting advice from people from an older generation who have been following things for many, many years. And they've been following things that have been handed down to them from previous generations. There was a lot of pushback on my vegan diet because people didn't know if it was possible to have a healthy pregnancy on a vegan diet. Older women would come up to me and say, but how can you have a healthy pregnancy without drinking milk? You're not going to be able to give birth if you don't have ghee. These were the kind of things people told me. When they came to know that I was not really going to change it, everybody was waiting to see what would actually happen. I was this experiment that everybody wanted to know and see how it would turn out. Fortunately for me, there was no nutritional deficiency that I needed to cover up before I became pregnant. The question then was, how do I sustain a vegan pregnancy? I just ate a very simple, standard Indian meal. I ate a lot of green leafy vegetables. I also included sesame, which is til, in my diet. I added lots of salad, vegetable juices, and I also ate a lot of fruit and dried fruits during my pregnancy. And I was consulting with a doctor to see if I needed to add anything to my diet. I equipped myself with the knowledge that I needed, mostly to be able to answer people's questions more than anything else. The only real thing that I had to do was to convince other people that it is possible that this can happen. We are the only animals on this planet who consume milk from another animal. And we are the only animals on this planet who believe that we need the milk from another animal to produce milk for our own species. I went vegan for ethical reasons, and there was no way that I could go back to eating animals to support myself to grow another human being in my body. If I call myself an animal lover, I should love all animals equally and not think that it's okay to eat one and love another. During my breastfeeding journey, I realized the connect between a mother and a child. I realized that how a cow must be feeling when she is breastfeeding her child and her child is being taken away from her. And I knew at that point that there was no way I could support an industry that was doing that to an animal and doing that to a mother, taking her baby away from her who she wanted to nourish, who she wanted to be with. I get calls and messages from almost all over the country because people have heard that I've had 2 vegan pregnancies and I've had 2 natural, normal births. So people come to me and they ask me what I ate, but more importantly, they ask me how I countered all these questions that families were asking. Because there's a lot of pressure from families to follow certain things, to follow these rules and regulations when it comes to diets, especially when a person announces that they're pregnant or even after giving birth. So my advice is always that stick to your ethics, do what you feel is right for your body and your child, and always follow your gut.